Good afternoon, Internet and the interweb and everywhere that you can access YouTube, because I am telling you, it is a nippy little day. Oh, it's that kind of cold that takes a while, but once it gets in you, it's cold. It's 50 degrees outside, and, relative to some places, it's relatively warm. But right now it's 50 degrees, and only a little over a week ago it was 80. So 30-degree shift. And they also have to put in perspective that here in Colorado you can get a 20 to 30-degree shift between daytime and nighttime. Now it's been staying above the freezing point, but once again, the morning starts off, cold. Cold where you're very thankful you have a heater in the car. So, we are, I'm sitting here waiting on the little man because he'll be getting out of school soon. And while I'm waiting on the little man, I'm rambling on about all the things that are going on in my head. Unfortunately, there's a little too much going on in the head. It doesn't make it out the mouth as quickly as it should. Or at least blow steam out the ears. And sadly, I'm sick to boot. Ever so kindly coughed and sneezed upon by a young Petri dish. When I say young, I don't mean very young. I mean younger than my eldest. And since my eldest is 29, it gives a lot of space. The sad part is that sneezed, coughed, burped on, and any other form of expressive interest. They shake the hands after somebody sneezed, 10 yards up the road. It gets to be tough to try to stay healthy, and I am fighting it like hell. I'm drinking lemonade, mainly because I know that that's what's going to strip this crap out of my throat. Between that and orange juice, it's going to strip all the garbage out of my throat. And hopefully I'll be able to get through. Of course, I'm also choking on what's in my lungs because, I should be on oxygen right now, but I'm not because I'm just stepping away from the house long enough to pick up the little man and then hop back to the house. But in the meantime, it's left me with inability to easily breathe. And it's not the through the nose inability to breathe, it's in my lungs. There's just it feels like I got a sandbag in my chest. I have to take my pea panther pill, as my mom would call it. It's furosemide. It's good at making you pee like a racehorse all day long. So I started choking last night, and so I took some late in the day yesterday, and oh man, I regret it. I was up and down all night, and I didn't even really get much done today because it's just been in a daze from being up and down all night. And as it hustles, as it flows, I'm just glad that I'm not in a hospital, because I can remember my history, recent history, and I mean within the last 5 to 7 years. There were years where I could spend as many as 200 days hospitalized. I haven't been hospitalized, truly hospitalized. I've had to go to an ER a couple of times because of bleeding issues, which, being on blood thinners happens. But the other than bleeding issues, I've actually been able to stay out of the hospital since a day or 6 before the Easter holiday. I don't remember when the last time before the Easter holiday was that I went in the hospital, but it's at least been since the Easter holiday. And that being said, it's been a few months since, March, April, since I was actually hospitalized. And that is so rare for me that I am appreciating it in all its beauty. That being said, it is not always as easy as I'd like it to be. Something, if I whine and gripe about and go to the hospital for every little bump, scrape, scratch, bruise, stupidity, inability to breathe, difficulty with, feeling chest pain and stuff, because some of that stuff is chronic issues, I'd be in the hospital all the time. Be in the hospital all the time until I was dead. I have found out that there is life after death, because it's not the way most people would take it. Is that people die. I'm still alive. My life will continue. So I'm going to continue with my continuing, because it allows me to have possibly the second coolest job in the world, talking to y'all. See? Y'all, that's a word I've used since my youth. I was raised in New York, and I still used y'all all the time. Like I knew I was going to be spending 15 years in Tennessee. Whoo! Y'all come back now, you hear? Well, I heard that a few times in that lovely little part of the country. I have friends. All my friends seem to be leaving New York in droves. For various reasons. Some good and some fantastically good and some just necessary. To give you a clue, I have friends that are leaving New York because they've got better job opportunities. That's fantastic. You have friends that are leaving New York, in particular Long Island, because Long Island is economically a trap. No matter how hard you work, it gets harder and harder to afford things on Long Island. I have friends that have watched their incomes not climb at nearly the rate their expenses have climbed. And, they've had to cut out things that were them. Cowboy shooting tournaments, or, some form of cosplay, including, in some cases, involvement in the SCA, where I've had other friends that have recently been granted title or award within the Society for Creative Anachronism for realizing these people were people who were looking for no notoriety, and notoriety found them. So they have worked hard to not stick out, which proves exactly how much they stick out. They're some of my best friends. Best friends to the point that I would use that ugly, poor English word of dayz, the bestest of friends. But either way, I have friends that have achieved various levels of notoriety within groups that they're in, and they're still looking to leave the New York, Long Island area because of the fact that it's just too damned expensive. Or the wonderfully oppressive gun laws of New York State now. So that being said, I have friends all over the country, guys I grew up with, not just Facebook friends that I've possibly even never met. These are people I've known most of my life. And something, this is a shout out to them. They know who they are. But Turk, Weasel, and Kirsten, and Chuck, and Sandy, and all the people in the double exposure crew who work so hard to bring games to life for those who can attend their conventions. I have to shout out to all of you. You're all luminaries and mysterians in my life. And you're people I would never have traded any of the experiences I've had with you. I would never change any of it. Because something, it made me what I am. Because of your influence, you've allowed me to grow as a human being. And you've made me one of the happier people I've ever known. I miss y'all horribly. Something, one of these days, we'll get it all straightened out. We'll all chill, we'll all hang out, we'll all enjoy some time. I may find my way back to Long Island. I got some business up that ways anyway. So I hope y'all have a great day. All of you, everyone on the internet, as well as all you lovely illuminaries and mysterians. Peace out.